I know, don't judge me. There's some potential here. Let me explain. Okay, I found this in the trash and I think it's just a shame because there's cool stuff like the hoops. We could totally use that for something, but there's also, thanks Moods. There's also a counter, 2 counters. There's this cool scoreboard. It's all battery. This does not belong in the trash. And I can prove this because I also picked up this a couple of weeks ago. So this is like they belong together, right? I have a full family of basketball hoops. Now the only thing I'm missing is like a full-size one. Okay, but this is exactly my point. I am picking up cool things all the time. This was this morning. On the weekend, I picked up a bike. I mean, it needs new tires, but it's a really good bike. Why is this in the trash? It shouldn't be. And then last week it was Sam, right? When we found this truck cap. I already have one. We found a truck cap with insanely cool hardware on it. See that? Is that another truck cap? Dude, I mean the hardware alone is pretty awesome. Can you believe that this is just on the streets? So my point is, yes, I want to be able to get all the stuff out of the bins and trash cans that I find, but I need a system, otherwise I will just turn into a hoarder. And we don't want that. We want to build a gallery from trash. So we need a system. I have 2 reasons to collect all that stuff. And that is 1, I am the janitor of LA. And the other reason is I want to build Bricks Gallery, a gallery for makers, and my resources financially are pretty limited, so I'm trying to build this gallery mostly from stuff that I find. And now the beauty of the system is it is all connected. Whenever I build something for the janitor, I try to make it pretty so it kind of works as a sculpture for Bricks Gallery. So it is a part of Bricks, but it also helps me build future stuff. It goes all the way to the top! But this needs to look nice and this needs to be functional. So the biggest challenge when working with all this trash and found objects is to have a system that works for both. So the system needs to be pretty too. So the janitor can build a system for Bricks that is then the house for the janitor. It does make sense. And today, I want to make all of this a little bit better, and I'm gonna do it using the power of trash. Because a couple weeks ago, and I have proof for this, I found these crates on the freeway. I think they look pretty good as they are. I picked the colors. So what I want to do is turn this into a rolling cabinet so I can get it out of the way in case we have a bigger event here. And this will be storage for big stuff, like leather or whatever this is that I found, or bigger switches. I have a bunch, like there's a big foot switch there. This can be a rolling cabinet house that looks good enough that it could be part of the gallery, but it also houses all the potential for future sculptures. I was thinking building a plywood housing for it, just to have some nice clean plywood contrasting the, trashy plastic. And also I want to be able to take single parts out, and I want to be able to have a little bit freedom with the spacing in case I want to have a higher object in here, that I can have the next layer space up higher. It is a shame though, because all the cool logos are on this side. Do we want the logos? No, I think it's fine without the logos. I think it's more important to make this a cohesive thing. Okay, to the table saw. To the table saw! Oi. It's a little bit bigger than I thought. Oh shit! Does it even fit through the door? Oh no. Now you see how big it is. That's a regular door. The brakes on the wheels are pretty impressive. I thought it would slip by now. Oi!
Oh, barely.
Okay, that is a bunch of space. In my head it was maybe that big. But I wanted to use as much of the shelves as I could. All of this will be full of stuff, and I built it in a way that kind of these handles are accessible, so you can pull out the single things for whatever you need and just bring it to where you work. And then the best part is, if we have a gallery show or something where we need this place to look a little nicer and we don't want all the trash visible, we can just turn it around and have maybe some art here, or just nothing, just have it be wood, and all the clutter, at least the visual clutter, is gone. I think that's going to be a rule for bricks in general. Everything has to be on wheels so we can rearrange the space for whatever we want to show. Now I'm going to get a coffee, and then we're going to put as much as we can in these bins. Oh, and we need to label them. It already looks better with the paint on, and it's a cohesive look with the same color repeating there. And then more milk crates here. I think that's one of the tricks to avoid visual clutter, is to repeat colors and objects, and also clean up. This is good. Wow, the floor is so crooked. I mean, actually it should go all the way in that corner so all of this is clear. I think that's the goal. Once we have this under control, this can move in the corner. We deal with that, make it look a little bit nicer, and then we can also have some kind of curtain or like a wall. And this is just like deep storage stuff that nobody needs to see when we have an event. A long way to go, but that's how it starts. We have this system. I think it's super clever. Now that it's a little heavier, if we have the brakes on, you just take it out, bring it to wherever you want to work, and then that's it. I have one more thing I need to show you. Wait, let's sit on the official chair. I researched where all the city officials, LAPD, firefighters, get their patches made. And I went there and I asked if they would do patches for the Janitor of LA. This guy was super friendly, he said, of course. So, Janitor of LA, the official patch, made where all the other officials get their patches made. So you know it's legit. And now if you remember the hats we got a couple weeks ago? Ta-da! I have to find out if I can do this on my sewing machine, but that's a thing now. Oh, and you know what? This is actually going right into the offline store. We're getting there with our product line. And I know a couple people asked about the caps and the tape mates and the ESDRs. Right now this is only available at Bricks Gallery, so when I do my monthly maker meetups, you can ask me about it and I'll sell it to you. I am working on an online store though, but it's just not #1 priority. Oh, I have one question for you before I go. Hold on. I found the mother of all milk crates. You know, I have this slight obsession with these milk crates, especially the ones with a steel frame. Now, I found this last week and it has a different format. I think it's made to be on its side and it's more square. And the best thing is it has this spider web, Dharma Initiative, what was the other one? Umbrella Corporation design on the bottom. What is this? And where can I get more? I need exactly this. This is perfect. If you know this, please let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed the monster rolling bin. And I will see you next week with a new video from Germany, because I'm doing the biggest yard sale in the history of yard sales, selling all my stuff in Germany. And I hope I get to see a couple of you there. Until then, goodbye. This video is brought to you by Bombas. They have the official Janitor socks. It's not official from their side, it is official from my side. I will wear their socks because, let me show you, they have this weird honeycomb reinforcement. And if you're on your feet a lot, the Janitor of LA sure is, this actually not only makes them last longer, it adds a lot of comfort. If you have never heard of Bombas socks before, there is one thing that is key to know. Not only the product is awesome, the mentality of the company is awesome too, because whenever they sell an item, socks, they also have underwear, whatever, check out the catalog. They donate that item to a person in need. And by now, over the years, they have donated over 150 million items to people who needed them. And that is the kindness that we really need in this world. So you can feel good and do good with Bombas because you know that your purchase is actually doing some good in the world. If that got your interest and you want to try Bombas socks or underwear, then please go to bombas.com and use the discount code LAURA20 when you check out. That will give you 20% off of your first purchase. And if you live abroad, like I once did, don't worry. Bombas ships to over 200 countries. So again, if you want to check out Bombas product line, check this QR code. And don't forget to use the discount code LAURA20 when you check out. That will get you 20% off of your first purchase. I want to thank Bombas for supporting my work. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.